You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly.
I think we're finishing it either tomorrow or Friday.
Okay.
You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly.
Okay, welcome to the Village of Wapner Falls monthly regular meeting of the Mayor and the Board of Trustees. Today's Wednesday, May 27th. May you please stand for the pledge.
Roll call. Mayor Huber.
Present.
Trustee McCormick. Trustee Cemento. Absent. Trustee Sereno.
Present.
Trustee Nesnick.
Here.
Trustee Vanka. Absent. Trustee Tilishek. Absent. Village Attorney Lindars.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
All right.
Motion to accept the agenda.
Is there a motion to accept the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Can I have discussion with that?
Sure.
I want to invite the treasurer into the executive session because we have some legal advice that we need on some budget items.
Okay, so we got to pass the agenda first before we go in.
So what we'll do is there is a motion to amend the agenda.
Yep.
That motion is made by Donnie. We'll need a second.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
And then you need a vote on that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, so the amendment passed, and the underlying motion is motion to accept the agenda, which can now be accepted as amended.
All right. Get a motion to accept the agenda as
As amended.
amended.
I'll make it.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
You oppose?
Yeah, 3 who weren't here. They're opposed.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So it's aye.
so it didn't carry.
Yes, it did. 4-3.
4-3.
Oh, I think they thought you were opposed to it.
Yeah. You weren't opposing? All right.
I thought he was opposed.
That's what I thought.
3 who weren't here. They're opposed.
No, they're absent.
All right, so it carried.
Okay.
We go into executive session?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No, I just wanted to add that to the.
Oh, okay, I thought you wanted to go now. All right, no problem. Okay, let's get back to business then.
All right, public comment on agenda items.
Any public comments? Blank.
I think first and foremost, this type of stuff needs, whoever's in charge of the website and advertising the times for these meetings needs to be,
We're going to address that with him.
I mean,
Tomorrow.
I can't believe the stuff that's on the agenda list tonight and like there's nobody here. It's just mind boggling. But I wanted to, I'm giving you two documents that I printed out. One shows the home page on the website and then the other one shows the agenda, and there's clearly the same date but two different times.
Yeah, that was brought to my attention a few minutes ago.
As far as the agenda item I want to talk about, it's definitely related to water and the proposed discussion that's going on about dissolving the water board and the water board essentially becoming a function of the Board of Trustees. So I'm going to read what I wrote so that I don't get off track. Before I do that, I would say that this is about policy and procedure and not about any one individual. This is about policy and procedure. The residents of this village have watched as you struggle to manage basic municipal functions. Yet tonight, we're to believe that allowing you to absorb our drinking water system that generates roughly $1.8 million in annual revenue and holds over $1 million in reserve accounts is somehow a good thing for us. I'm going to be clear about what this means to me. This is not a governance reform. This is a consolidation of power and over critical infrastructure, over public health, and over significant public funds. Instead of strengthening oversight, increasing transparency, or answering questions publicly, your solution is to eliminate that independent body asking those difficult questions. Just as scrutiny is increasing, independent oversight is being silenced. That alone should concern every resident of this village, regardless of politics. The Village Board of Trustees is proposing to abolish the Board of Water Commissioners, an independent commission established by a voter referendum in 1920, and replace it with themselves. I don't believe you have the legal authority to do that without a public vote, and more importantly, you've not earned my trust to do it. The water coming out of your tap is not a political opportunity, it is a public necessity. And the people of this village deserve a say in who controls it. I will remind this board, everyone in the room, and everyone watching at home, that we know that you've been struggling to manage basic municipal functions. This is the same village board who's received an unauthorized water rate discount for years, a discount that the village attorney confirmed had no legal basis, the village clerk confirmed had no documentation, and the person administering it also confirmed she could find no law authorizing it. It seems that everybody knew it was illegal. I asked to give the money back to restore confidence, particularly from the trustees, yet it seems they've decided to keep it anyway. This is the same village board who transferred approximately $750,000 out of restricted water fund accounts without documentation, receipts, and without informing or consulting the water board, and then refused to reconcile the account when we asked. This is the same village board who lost $5 million in a USDA loan after, I believe it was 5 years in the making, who have not filed annual financial reports in 4 years, and have one of the poorest bond ratings in the history of the village. This is the same village board who are currently the subject of ethics complaints, a pending audit by the New York State Comptroller, investigation by the New York State Attorney General's Public Integrity Bureau, demands for restitution of public funds, and also lawsuits. But again, somehow tonight, we're expected that handing you an additional $1.8 million in annual ratepayer revenue and the bank accounts that hold it is somehow supposed to be a good thing. The Board of Water Commissioners was created in 1920 because the residents understood that water is too important
All right, Steve, you're well over your 3 minutes.
Oh, let me hand this in then, thank you.
Anything else? Any more comment on the agenda items?
Anybody else?
Committee reports.
Kathy?
I just wanted to know, before you decide to do this with the water commissioners, are you gonna have a referendum for the taxpayers to vote on this? Being that it was.
It would be a,
in 1920?
So what's on the agenda tonight is a resolution introducing a local law and setting a public hearing. There will be a public hearing on that local law prior to any vote to adopt that local law.
And that's to take away the power of the commissioners and give it to the board.
It
Correct.
will be reconstituting, that's part of the amendment, yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Okay.
Anything else from the public? Okay, committee department reports. Authorization to pay bills as per approved warrants.
get a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Approval of 47th Annual Joseph McDonald Bill Cruzy Memorial Run, Saturday, June 6, 2026.
Maybe get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Finance report, treasurer.
Hello, hello. So I am still working on putting together what my monthly report is going to look like from the treasurer. It's going to consist of basically a breakdown of what was paid for the previous month in payroll, accounts payable, what was moved in the utility clearing account, and then any debt payments. And I can provide you copies tonight of kind of like a working draft, and then we can move forward based off how you guys, if there's more information you want on it, we can do that moving forward. I did want to give an update regarding payroll. We are set to begin to pull payroll back into Edmonds as of 6/4, which will start the new fiscal year with us having payroll back in Edmonds. And then I did just want to recap that the taxes go out, will be going out tomorrow and they are payable June 1st and they are due by July 1st. And just to recap, we did use the complete amount that was proposed by the state for the tax levy, which was $5,091,767. So there was an increase in the tax levy from last year, but we did not exceed the tax cap. Going forward, the tax rate for the town of Wappinger's residents did decrease. But the tax rate for the town of Poughkeepsie residents, there was an increase due to the change in equalization rate that comes from the assessor's office. It changed from 100 to 89. So that's where that increase is coming in. So just
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Fisher.
Good evening. Hey, the police for the total month of April had 490 total service calls, 15 arrests, 176 traffic tickets issued, 9 parking tickets, 3 larcenies, 29 motor vehicle accidents. The rest of the breakdown you can take a look at for yourself. I've submitted this to the board. Also the breakdown by hourly calls. In reference to the June 6th road race, just a note to everyone traveling in the area, it will run from approximately 9 o'clock until about 10:30, maybe end a little bit before that. Some of the roads affected are Spring Street, Mizzier, Elm, East Academy, looks like Delaverne, and then part of Creek. Just obviously use caution when driving through those areas. Police will be out monitoring the race, but please slow down when you see runners on the road. There's been some complaints I've read recently about East Main, so I just wanted to run the stats for the year of 2026 to date. I've also included that in the bottom of my report for everyone listening. The complaints range go from speeding, commercial, large variety of complaints, stop signs, etc. So the total number of stops that our officers have made since 2026, in 2026, have been 125 stops made on East Main or in reference to East Main traffic violations. There was 51 warnings handed out, and there were 74 tickets handed out. Someone also asked me about current accidents. There have been 13 accidents to date. We were at 12, but there was another one today. That was 9 reports taken and 4 exchanges of information. Anyone have any questions about my report?
I would just like to add that
It goes anywhere along East Main, so basically from 9 right up to south.
Oh, I thought maybe you had a location.
Now, well, we could run the location specifically, but most of them are usually occurring at the intersections. We had a couple of like side swipes, cars parked, and they got side swipes. But
Usually 2 famous intersections in Missouri.
Well, that's what I was going there on that.
Yeah.
Which intersection is it?
Yeah.
I had 3 residents stop me over the weekend saying that the problem is when they pull out of North Remsen onto East Main, there's a hedge.
There is.
And the hedge blocks the view, and they almost have to pull into the intersection like we do on Fulton Street. It's the same problem.
Yeah, it is there. We have reviewed it. It is a bit of an issue. I don't believe it is in
can talk
conjunction with your
I can talk
setback.
about that.
But
That's
yeah,
on my list to talk about.
sure. So there you go. So,
I was going to say, I think we talked to Max about it.
yep. So there you go. Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Legislative. Trustee Chimento.
Trustee Chimento, progress.
Progress?
Yep,
That's all you got?
that's it.
Okay.
Highway Superintendent Nicholas.
Forgot to put on the list, the water department, they're having troubles with their control system. They've been coming in, getting alarms as the control system's kicking off. It's antiquated. I have calls out to people. I'm going to look at possibly what it would cost to upgrade the system to a new system. It's running Windows 7, which is 2008 vintage. You just made a funny face. Yeah, it's old. They probably don't even support it any place anymore. It's so old. So they come in overtime, they put everything in manual, they reboot the server, and they get it back to work again. So, and I'll get some prices on upgrading that system. We did finish cleaning all the catch basins, have a total of about 175, and they're had a lot of them damaged from the cold over the winter. They're repairing those, and they're going to have 1 or 2 that they have to rebuild. West Street, we've been following Central Hudson. When they dig up a road and they're going to repave it, we get in and start digging up the water lines we haven't inspected yet and putting between the main and the curb, putting in new ones where we need to put in new ones because eventually they're going to leak. So roads, we plan on again where we're going to pave all Goring, Prospect to 90, to South Missouri is going to get paved, into Laverne, from the town line to Nelson. Central Hudson's still, they're on Roy Road right now, and they also have an open road permit for Brick Road, so I expect them to be going there. So West Street's been torn up so much that we're going, like I said, we're digging it up too. We're going to repave the whole thing, top to bottom, or have Central Hudson's going to do it when they finally finish. I'm trying to get a timeline for when they're going to finish. Hopefully, where they're going to repave it, I should say. And that's about all I have.
All right, thank you.
Fire.
Nothing new on fire,
I can
unless you got something, Kevin.
I can relate. 6899 is back in service.
Yes, that is true.
We got the trailer back. I helped the chief put the motor on the boat Saturday. I think it was Saturday afternoon, or Saturday or Sunday. No, it must have been Sunday. And everything seems to be working order on the motor. We took it out, made sure it was running fine. and we're all set.
Any information when the ladder truck's coming back?
I don't have that information.
It's gotta be soon.
It's gotta be soon, but I think you guys just mailed the check out to the company, so it's gotta be coming soon. Sorry, I can't help you out on that one.
Just curious.
Building department.
I'll take care of that for Max. He had 19 new permits, 32 permits closed, 22 permits expired, 7 violations, 5 complaints, fees of $38.78. And he also made a note here that there are 644 expired permits dating back to 2020 and beyond that him and Teresa are working on getting them closed out. So there's probably people that are going to be notified that their permits ran out. But I think the biggest problem is because of the turnover in the secretaries, that they have not been taken care of in all those years.
Yeah.
So they are working on that, and he went back to 2020, but he says there's probably even further back. So,
So if you have any open permits, we're looking.
yeah, we're gonna be calling you or sending you a letter, I'm
Yep.
sure. So,
All right, thank you.
Lake.
Lake, talking with Trustee Tilichek, they'll be spraying, I think, tomorrow on the lake. So if you see anybody on the lake doing some spraying or whatever, don't be alarmed. They're spraying the weeds. So, thank you. So,
The lake looks really great,
yeah.
Mayor.
That's how it was when I was growing up a few years ago.
Okay, safety, security, safety. I don't have any updates on the West Main Street sidewalk collapse. Haven't heard anything more about that. But I have an update on the insurance. Spent 2 weeks looking at everything that our Nymere Insurance Company insures. Building-wise, we eliminated one building, but we added a pump station. That's a wash. Vehicles, we have 2 vehicles that need to be dispositioned. And I need to receive some direction on what to do with those 2. One is a pickup truck from the water department. The other is a Suburban from the zoning department. Both are in disrepair. Traditionally, I would advertise them, and we usually would get a hit from somebody who would like to buy them for parts. You'll get more that way than you do for scrap. So
I thought,
committees can direct me on what to do. I'll do it.
don't we normally put it out for an auction and whoever the highest bidder is?
Correct.
So do we need to get a list together of what's gotta go so we can do it all in one shot?
I'd say we do that.
I know Highway has a list working up, so we could just add it to that.
And
You got 2, right?
I did receive an email from the commissioner for 2 vehicles. Do you have 2 additional on top of that as well?
No.
All right, that's the 2? Okay. So we are compiling a list. Once we get a full list, if I can get all lists, I will put together a resolution declaring surplus and authorizing them to be auctioned.
All right. So we'll get a list, we'll give it to you. Yep. And we'll go from there. All right, we can do that.
All right, do you want to meet, coordinate all these lists so I can get them to the attorney?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I've already sent mine in.
Okay.
I'll get it over to you. We had one, Highway has one, right?
And I'll ask the fire chief if there's any old stuff floating around the firehouse.
Actually, there was a truck I thought he wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, there is, yeah.
And then he was gonna buy tools with that,
Yeah.
because he wanted to
All right,
upgrade tools or something.
So I'll get a hold of the fire chief and,
Yeah, that's,
We'll get going on
he
that.
definitely wants to do that.
all right, I forgot all about that.
Yep,
And there's an old boat that they have also that they can,
okay.
I do know.
Okay, recreation.
John's not here. The only thing I know that's going on right now is summer concerts will be coming up, and then camp signups have started, and you were at the last rec meeting, Kevin. Is there anything else that I wasn't?
There's a Father's Day event at the VFW. I want to say it's the Saturday before Father's Day, so that's Saturday before that Sunday.
Isn't there something else
Mr.
going on?
Tilichek's here, he can speak on upon himself.
Recreation.
Recreation, trustee Tillechek.
To all for retarding arrival.
We left off on Father's Day.
What's that?
We left off on the Father's Day thing you were doing.
There's a Father's Day card making event that is being done by Recreation in conjunction with the VFW.
Summer camp and concerts. It's the only thing I could remember.
That Father's Day is the Saturday before, right?
Correct.
When do the concerts start?
The concerts will be starting the 19th.
Good.
Cobbler Building,
You got court.
Court,
or court.
Court's doing well. We're gonna be hiring a new clerk tonight, and also looking to add additional traffic dates to the calendar. So we're moving along.
Cobbler Building.
Cobbler Building, I know we're gonna look to possibly have the highway tear out the rotten floor and possibly pour a new cement floor in there and do some upgrades in there and hopefully get using that building soon. I know we've been talking about it a while, but we're getting closer.
All right, discussion items. Hiring Michael Orifice.
Excuse me, clerk.
Yes.
I just want to give an update on the garbage contract. I'm finalizing with Vinzi Nunziato from Royal and the new company. What's the new company?
Casella.
Casella. And I should have it, as I told the attorney, I should have it completed by Friday for the new rate on the garbage. It's going to be a moderate increase, but until it gets inked and until the board ratifies it, I can't say what it's going to be.
Just put it out there, the board will take care of this. I will recuse myself from this since I work for the company. So,
No conflict of interest.
nope, I have no interest in it. Thank you. I'm going to say that now, and I'll say that when the vote comes.
So that's it for the, for garbage.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to discussion items. Hiring Michael Orifice as a part-time police officer, and Connor McSorley and Waquan White as part-time police dispatchers.
Any discussion before we?
Okay,
I'm sure that they were interviewed and you're given a recommendation for them, fine.
All right.
traffic control measures on East Main Street, trustee Nesnick.
Okay, so obviously we've had a lot going on East Main Street. So I've spent some time out there. Joe and I have driven around the village. The one thing I would like to say from the get-go is it's extremely highly trafficked. We know that by every study that comes out. And there's nothing we can do about that. So what we're trying to do is control the controllables once they get into the village. So what we like to do, starting with the traffic flow and the speed of the traffic flow, is we are going to take the sign that is currently on List Road, and we are going to move that just south of the entrance of the Southern Duchess driveway. We're going to put that sign there. It's going to be very visible. It'll tell everybody how fast they're going.
You're referring to the illuminated speed sign, yeah?
Yes, to slow them down before they start getting to Remsen and start getting to Mizzier. So if you see the sign, you see how fast you're going, the speed sign's there, 25 miles an hour. The hope is, obviously, when you put that on any street, is that it's going to slow down the traffic, okay? So you talked a little bit, so we're going to do that sooner than later. We're hoping within the next week or so to have that, up there.
You think we can grab the other one on Clap and put it on the other side of East Main? 'Cause I think I mean, I'm not saying that they're not speeding off of Route 9 either, but I think majority of the speeding, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I feel that they're speeding towards Route 9.
Well, you got
Because
the
you gotta remember,
light,
they just came in off of Route 9, so I don't know how.
well, you got the light there.
Yeah.
You have, people are coming up the hill from the light. If you want to put an additional sign there, by all means, we can do
If
that.
We can find another spot for it.
If I could chime in?
Yeah.
People accelerate going up that hill, and it's not that big a hill, and they end up going faster than they anticipate. So it would be beneficial if we could take the one off of Clap Avenue and put it, we'd have to check somewhere in the vicinity of Straub's Funeral Home or the River Valley Art Center right there to slow them down, because one of the accidents last week happened at that intersection, the next one on Remsen.
Right, so we'll definitely look into that. I believe between the two departments, we have 7 altogether. Some are solar, some are electric, so we'll take a look at the rest of the inventory, see which ones can go where. You can't just put it on any pole, obviously you need electric and,
permission,
and,
yeah.
and,
Yep.
and stuff needs to be done. So we will definitely look into that. For now, I think that one coming off down past Dairy Queen and going into the village will be helpful to really slow people down. We talked about bushes earlier, coming out of Remsen. We're definitely going to take a look at that. I spoke to Teresa today, who's going to speak to Max tomorrow about how we go about getting those trimmed, whether we, the resident has to take charge of that, the process of doing that. So we'll work on that tomorrow. It has been mentioned. We are going to address it. One of the other issues is the signs, not the signs, I'm sorry, the markings of the crosswalk. So, talking to Joe, they have streets open right now. They have to bring in a painter, a striper to do that. You pay them for the day, whether they're here for 2 hours or 4 hours. So we're going to put them to work for the day. We're going to take our crosswalks, we're going to get them all repainted. We'll start with the ones over on East Main Street. I know there's issues all over the place. What we want to try to do is, obviously, we want to try to, like I said earlier, we want to try to control our controllables. We want to do everything we can do to make it easier. We cannot turn around and correct everybody's behavior. When someone goes through a stop sign and hits somebody else, those are the accidents that are happening. There was an accident posted online last week. The person went through the stop sign and hit another person. Those things we can try to control as much as we can with enforcement. So I know Rosemarie's been talking a lot with our commissioner. We've spoken also, we're going to come up with a plan to try to get some more traffic enforcement over there. Obviously, that's difficult when you have 2 officers on the road. So they're going to be trying to spend as much time as possible in not just East Main Street, there's West Main Street has
West
issues.
Main
So,
Street, yeah, you're all
so
over.
it's just something that we're really going to take a look at. We're going to try to control the controllables, but the traffic is here. The last thing and we're going to it's going to be a work in progress. It's not going to stop today or tomorrow. It's going to be a work in progress. With that being said, the one thing that is is very concerning, and it's concerning to me as well, is the truck traffic that's happening here in the village. So we do have a lot of truck traffic. Some of these trucks, we changed the signs today. It's now 10,000 pounds. So we changed the signs today. We don't need another reason, everything's on the book, to give a ticket for an overweight vehicle. So if there's a vehicle that is conducting business within the village and has a reason to be here, then we don't want to give that person a hard time. What we want to do is we want to stop the traffic that's taking a shortcut through the village of Wappingers Falls to avoid Route 9. I think we can make a very big impact on that traffic that's coming through here by pulling people over. All right. I think people have been warned. I think it's been talked to. Your officers have been pulling people over, giving them warnings, just like the snow ordinance. If you want something to stop, you gotta use the laws to stop it. So we're going to be taking a much stronger look at that. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Is there any possibility of speed cameras being put in some locations? And what would be involved with that? Or the cameras where, for example, people are running regularly stop signs?
Yeah, those are controlled not by the police. They're usually controlled by a third-party agency. So you would have to contract with those
Okay.
parties, and obviously there'd be resolutions, there'd be law that have to be changed, then you'd have to go through the contract process with them.
More money spent. Great idea, but
It can be financially lucrative, but not that you're trying to get money that way, but.
Was it?
I know
Sure, it's a good amount of money up front.
One traffic camera in New Rochelle gained them $1.8 million for 1 year.
How much do they cost?
This,
Yeah. Not quite that much.
well, just to add one more thing, I did speak, obviously,
Make that.
we have a grant writer, so I had conversation with Tom the other day about trying to find some grants for extra traffic officers to do traffic enforcement.
Sure.
So he was kind of thinking that unless it was 100%, we weren't going to have that grant. But I asked him to look into some smaller grants. Maybe it's a $10,000 grant. Maybe it's a $20,000 grant. If it's matching 10% or 20 or 30, might be something that we want to look into. So we're going to spread our horizons a little bit more on that and try to capture some money, smaller chunks at a time, to see what we can do about getting some more traffic enforcement out there within this budget. And then we'll look at it for, like I said, it's going to be, it's all the time we're going to be looking at it. So maybe next year, I know in the past, we've had traffic enforcement in our budget. So maybe that's something we look into for certain areas next year. But in the meantime, we'll do whatever we can do to control it now. That's all I got.
Okay, Water Board recommendation to terminate the senior water rate and request the village board to set a public hearing.
If you want, I can speak to that briefly.
This law has nothing, I'm sorry to chime in, but this law has nothing to do with
No, totally
getting
separate.
rid of water commissioners. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for saying this?
So the.
So that wasn't on the agenda.
Yeah,
Great,
the-
thank you.
The senior rate and the
Did you get that?
local law are completely separate. The senior rate is an issue that's been, the water board's been looking into for a while now. They've done a lot of work investigating this. The summary of their findings, which I kind of went over last meeting, but I'll recap briefly now. They've determined that the cost of the senior rate to the water department is approximately $26,000 a year. And with rising infrastructure issues with the water system and problems in the water system, it's the water board's opinion that that's not sustainable going forward. In addition, they found that there are no other local municipalities that offer such a discount, and they've determined that a more uniform rate structure going forward would be of much better benefit to the water department and its sustainability. So they were in favor of terminating it. They requested a public hearing be set by this board. So if that is something that the board is willing to do, I think just a simple motion to set a public hearing would be sufficient. I would have that public hearing, I would recommend June 25th at 7 PM. That would be the same night of public hearing with regards to the water laws as well.
You mean the 24th, 25th on a Thursday? So the 24th.
24th?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
24th.
24th to 7 p.m.
That's June.
On a 6th
June 24th.
at 6 PM.
Is that one at 6?
Yes.
Okay, 6.
Yeah.
You need a motion for that?
Not yet, because
Well,
it's part of the resolution.
there should be, no, they're separate. There should be a motion to set a public hearing. If there is a motion to set a public hearing for June 24th at 6 PM, then somebody should adopt that motion, someone should second it, and the board should vote.
So moved.
For a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. So this is the law, once again, to.
No, this is just senior rate. This is discussion
senior
on the
rate.
senior rate, yep.
Senior
which
rate.
We'll have a public hearing
Not
on
what
that.
we heard
Yeah.
earlier.
Correct.
Okay, just
And
double
so-
checking.
And John, I'll provide a notice for publication tomorrow for you.
Okay, very good. making progress here. New York State DOT traffic study request, trustee Telesak.
So, we know the village did not get the Community Block Development Grant, but several of our representatives are pursuing alternative funding sources for that. They will require a traffic study. I know that Tom Morris and Alex, our representative, have spoken to the state DOT about possibly doing that at no cost to the village. But in order to do that, they need a request from the village board to do it to the State Department of Transportation to conduct a traffic study of state roads in the village, which would be 9D for this purpose. So can we have such a motion?
Before we vote, is this something that the state will do for us for free? Or do we have to pay for the study?
It would be free. We're asking them to do it for free.
Fine.
Well, we could request it, that doesn't mean they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But
Correct, and generally they require a written resolution, I believe, for that too, John?
I believe that is correct.
So I think what we should do is, if the board is in favor of that, then just a direction to me to draft the resolution would be sufficient.
Need a motion for that?
Need a motion for that? Yeah.
I make a motion that we ask
So
you.
moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, John. You got all that, Clark?
No, wait, no, slow down. We're gonna get it, we just made a motion to have a resolution for that.
For that
Resolution
traffic
for next meeting.
And when will that resolution be?
Next meeting.
At the next meeting?
The next meeting,
On
yep,
the June 10th.
June 10th,
yep.
Yep. At 7.
at 7, okay.
John, if I could just request that you send me the particulars on the specific study?
You got it.
Thank you.
That was Rick Serino and trustee Neznik? Okay, thank you.
All right.
And if I may, I neglected to mention under recreation that the Refreshing Springs Church is going to have a prayer service in Mizzier Park on the 10th.
All right,
Before
I
you
just-
move on, Clerk, trustee Tillicek, on
Yes.
who got the grants then? If we didn't get the grant for our crosswalks and whatever, who got the grants? Do you remember?
A number of localities throughout, Beacon got a big grant.
Or they always get one?
Yeah, I don't have the list in front of me, but we have,
Do
there
you
was
know what kind of items that they got them for?
not off the top of my head. There were some traffic safety items on there. There was some handicapped accessibility for bathrooms. There was some park development. There were a number of people, myself included, who went to the public comment on the CBDG grant in Poughkeepsie last week. And I thank all the people who came and a number of people who commented online, because they did have the ability to do that, and a number of people who wrote letters to the board for that. And so we don't know precisely why we didn't get it. There may have been some issues with our submission, but we have at least, Alex Winsby is of the opinion that we might be able to get access some other funds potentially to do at least something. So we get the traffic study done, we get that hurdle crossed. If they're going to do it for us for nothing, then they can't use that as a reason for not funding something else.
All right. Fingers crossed.
all right, before we go on to resolutions, I have one question for Attorney Lindars. Do I need a motion to publish this legal notice for the local law?
No, the resolution, in the body of the resolution, it's authorizing you to, it's an introduction of the local law, which is required, and to set a public hearing, and part of that is the public notice. So you don't need a separate resolution, it's incorporated in the resolution itself.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Resolution number 3226 of 2026, hiring Michael Orface as part-time police officer and Connor McSorley and Raekwon White as part-time police dispatchers.
Get a motion.
Hold on,
Hold on.
one second, just a quick point of order. So because we moved to the new consent agenda, all right, all our resolutions tonight are on the consent agenda. Therefore, you can read each resolution title in full, each title all the way down, and it's one motion to approve all as it's on the consent agenda.
All right. So you can read them all off at the same
Yeah.
time.
All right.
Right?
It'll help expedite, yeah.
All right.
So all three resolutions, you want me to read just the first paragraph?
No, this, right here.
Just right on the agenda, it has consent
Oh.
agenda, and it lists all three resolutions.
Oh,
You just have to read those
okay.
resolutions, and at the end of that,
All right,
there'll be a motion to
all right.
accept.
You get my vote.
To-
All right, we'll do it again. Resolution 3226 of 2026, I read that. Resolution 3426 of 2026, hiring a deputy court clerk, part-time. Resolution 3326 of 2026, introducing a local law for the year of 2026, amending Chapter 148 water.
Can we get a motion?
I'll
So
make that
moved.
motion. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Do we have what the local law number is?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then we move on to non-consent agenda, other matters. Village board comments.
Public comment.
Public comment on all business.
Anybody? All right.
All right, can we have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make it.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. All right, thank you.